Hey, good morning. It's Friday the 19th. Welcome to the First Word. I'm Bishop Robert Gosselin, and I am glad you're here. So, the world keeps telling you to look out for number one. But everything changes when you finally discover who number one truly is and who you are because of him. Let's see if we can get the next video element playing, because this is all live and working for... There we go. Gotta have the little intro with the video, right? Good morning again. Hey, I'm Bishop Robert Gosselin of the Confessing Anglican Church. And twice each week, as we begin our week on Tuesday and bring it home on Friday, you and I open God's Word together for formation, for clarity, and for the peace that only Christ can give. So here we go. Take a breath. Grab your cup, lift it up. Let's settle our hearts and minds and begin with the first word this morning. So, good. All right. Well, our verse today is one of the most familiar lines that Jesus ever spoke. It's a sentence so simple that even a child could memorize it. And it's so demanding, even a lifetime of obedience can't reach the bottom of it. And it's so confrontational and spiritually searching that it exposes our need for God every time we try to live it. Yes, today's verse is Matthew 7:12. It says, "In everything, do to others what you would have them do to you." We call it the golden rule. But familiarity can dull the edge of the blade that was meant to cut straight to the heart. Psychologists tell us that imitation is one of the earliest ways that human beings learn. A baby doesn't automatically know how to smile. They learn it by watching the face of someone that loves them. And when a parent leans in and smiles and then waits for that tiny spark of recognition, something sacred happens. The child learns, I matter. I'm seen. I'm safe. Smiles are great. But Jesus isn't calling us to imitate his smile. He's calling us to imitate him. And that's far more costly. For centuries before Jesus, philosophers like Confucius and Aristotle framed this principle, but only in the negative. Don't do to others what you wouldn't want them done to you. Well, see, that version, it's not just the opposite. It requires nothing more than restraint. You could obey it perfectly by avoiding people altogether. But Jesus flips the script. He takes the entire concept and turns it on his head. He doesn't say avoid doing harm. He says in everything, do. See, this isn't some sort of passive morality. This is active love. Then he ties it to the greatest commandment of all. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus binds these two loves together so tightly, you can't separate them. You can't claim to love God while withholding love from the people that he places in your path. It just doesn't work. And then, as if that weren't enough of a challenge, Jesus raises the stakes by tossing the why behind his command. And he says, you're the salt of the earth. Salt. Salt changes whatever it touches. Salt preserves, salt purifies, salt flavors, salt heals, I mean, salt is never passive. Put it onto something, it always acts. Try taking half a cup of salt, putting it in a glass of water, and seeing if the water doesn't become salty. It always will. Every time. Salt always acts wherever we put it. So how do we act as the salt of the earth and everything? Well, how about if you and I use the word salt, S-A-L-T, as a guide, and you and I walk through 4 deliberate ways to embody the golden rule. All right, S, serve. You see, serving begins with seeing. Seeing the person in front of you. Seeing the need that you would want someone to notice if the roles were reversed. So, for example, homelessness is rising everywhere. It's a problem. And you can't solve the crisis. You can't handle the whole thing. But you can touch one life. In the wintertime, keep a blanket in your car. Be ready to give it away. Or get a gift card from McDonald's or Burger King or, some local fast food place. Just a big enough value for someone to get a warm meal. I mean, if you were cold or hungry or alone, wouldn't you want someone to notice? Wouldn't you want someone to come up to you and say, hey, here's a gift card. Go get yourself a burger or a fish sandwich or coffee or whatever you'd like. I'm not going to take it to the liquor store because they won't take a McDonald's gift card. But it's an opportunity for you to reach out and touch somebody in a way that will reach their heart. Then you could always ask them one of my favorite questions. Hey, if I was going to pray something for you personally right now, what would it be? That's another way of serving. And serving isn't limited to the homeless. That's just an example. It's also the coworker who's overwhelmed, the neighbor who's grieving the loss of their husband or wife or close friend, the stranger who just needs someone to treat them like a human being. Serving always costs something. Time, comfort, convenience. But let me tell you something. A love that costs nothing is not a love at all. So that was the S. Let's move to the A. Appreciate. Appreciation is one of the simplest forms of love, and yet it's also one of the most neglected. A sincere thank you, a kind word offered without being asked, a compliment that reminds somebody that they matter. You may be the only person who speaks life into them today. And appreciation is a choice. It's always a choice. It's just a way of saying, I see you. You're not invisible. And if you were in their shoes, wouldn't you want someone to say something nice to you? It's easy to do, also easy to overlook. So you have serving, appreciating, love. All right, I give it to you. That's a broad one. But you know what? Love's also a choice. Love's not a feeling. It's a decision. It's a decision to let God fill you until His love spills out of you. Spend enough time with Him so that His compassion becomes your instinct. Let His patience shape your reactions. Let His mercy soften your words. Boy, I struggle with this all the time. Your spouse, your children, your friends, your neighbors, even strangers who cross your path. All of them need more of God's love. And He wants to express it through you. Love's a verb. Love is something you do. So we've got serve, appreciate, love, treasure. Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Treasure reveals allegiance. Treasure exposes priorities. What you do with your treasure reveals whether you own your money or your money owns you. So if you have a little, give a little. If you have more, give more, but give something. And I'm not saying necessarily to give to the Confessing Anglican Church. There's probably many worthwhile ministries, charities, churches, and community outreaches right where you are. But there's probably also somebody who doesn't need a community outreach. He needs you to chat with them, to buy them a cup of coffee, to give them a gift card for a meal, to just reach out with love. Most of the people watching this broadcast, whether you're doing it live right now or whether you're watching the replay, most people could afford to just give away a $10 gift card to some local restaurant once a month. Never feel the loss. But the person receiving it, they would feel the impact very deeply. So let me encourage you, invest your treasure in people. Invest your treasure in compassion. Invest it in the kind of love you would want someone to show you. Sure, the world talks about give and take. But you and me, let's talk about take and give. Take the grace, the strength, and the love of God and give it to others. Serve, appreciate, love, treasure. Back to the beginning, the world tells you look out for number one. That's true. But when Jesus is number one and you're second, you only need to focus on the give part. So be the salt of the earth. And in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. Hey, it's been 12 minutes. Not seeing any live interactions on the chat, but I want to invite you back every Tuesday and Friday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern. We're here live, ready to chat, ready to interact, ready to answer questions, and ready to pray with you. So may the Lord bless you, and may you have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to seeing you Tuesday morning, 6:30 Eastern.